Kumasi and to the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, my university. On behalf of Nananum assembled here, I want to commend the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, led by my hardworking son, Honorable Samuel Kwame J.
Zong.
That's what he was named anyway.
Zong.
That is his actual birth name.
Zong.
So I call him Kwame J.
Zong.
Before his father added that one, Abujina Potue. For continuously engaging Nananum and Asantehene in all activities of the ministry, and particularly for choosing Kumasi as a venue for the launch of this year's Green Ghana Day.
Zoom.
As you know, a couple of days ago, I returned from London, where I attended the coronation of King Charles III, whose number one legacy is perhaps his commitment to afforestation, reforestation, and the fight against climate change.
Zoom.
Interestingly, my discussions with him were on land reclamation in Ghana, and we had some private discussions that he has accepted to collaborate with me for us to do that.
Zoom. Zoom.
So I've asked my technical team, he's directed his team to meet mine so that we can formulate a policy for that to help Ghana to reclaim some of our land that has been destroyed by Galamsey and illegal mining.
Zoom.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you will recall that even before the launch of Green Ghana by His Excellency the President of the Republic, I committed in 2019 to plant some 2.5 million trees over a 4,000 hectare land towards the protection of Lake Bosontwe, the largest natural lake in the country. I know the importance of trees to our lives, the protection of water bodies such as the lake.
Zoom.
And I stand here, my son knows, together with the Deputy Minister knows, that I also have a plantation in Kumewu where I've done teak plantation of about 640 acres of land.
Zoom.
I am also collaborating with the Forestry Commission also. I'm told I have some land being developed at Otumfuo or something for us to do that. So you call that compartments. How many do I have now planted? Do you know? About 2 or 3 compartments I think we've done. Okay. So that also we are going to continue to do it.
Zoom.
For that I say trees contribute significantly to environmental protection, climate change mitigation, and improved livelihoods for members of fringe communities. They are also home to millions of wildlife that contribute to the sustainability of the earth. One cannot, therefore, but agree with the conservationists and the 26th President of the United States, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, when he said that to exist as a nation, to prosper as a state, to live as a people, we must have trees. That is why I had no difficulty in embracing Green Ghana project when it was launched. And I commend government for initiating this project since it began in 2021 under the stewardship of my son. I have always participated in the tree planting exercise on the Green Ghana Day. So it is said, the society grows great when old men plant trees in whose shade they shall never sit. And I've been doing that with my girl because I told her I would never sit under that tree, but she will sit under the tree. So for the past 2 years, she's done that with me. So we have 2 trees each at the golf park. She has nurtured, I have also nurtured. I'm happy to learn that since its inception, the Asante region has consistently planted the highest number of trees. Of the over 31 million trees planted within the 2 years, some 7.8 million was planted in this region. And I'm even happier to learn that majority of these trees have survived and are doing very well. It shows that our toils and sacrifices are not being wasted. This year, we have another opportunity to renew our support for this noble cause on the Green Ghana Day. And the theme chosen for this year's edition, Our Forest, Our Health, summarizes the importance of forests to our lives.
Jump.
It is not for nothing that forests are called the lungs of the earth. For without forests, life on the planet is itself impossible. Apart from their health benefits, forests contribute significantly to national economies. The reality, however, is that our forest resources are under serious threat from a range of environmental challenges, including illegal mining, the headache of Ghana, illegal logging, deforestation, forest degradation, land degradation, climate change, soil erosion and loss of soil fertility, and many others. Goal 15 of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals aims to protect, restore, and promote sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystems, sustainably manage forests, combat desertification, and halt and reverse land degradation and biodiversity loss.
Jump.
It is very sad that despite the several measures government has been putting in place to curb this menace, illegal logging and illegal mining continue to pose a threat to our forests.
Jump.
It means that government cannot do it alone. We must all get involved and support government to come to grips with these matters.
Jump.
My chiefs know that I've been speaking about this, and I'm not happy with chiefs in Amansie area where Galamsey has taken over the land, and I say to them that if you sit there and you claim that you don't know what is happening, then you are not fit to be a chief over there.
Jump.
So these are matters that we are going to take it up again. And I don't care whose goals it is, because we have to enforce it. And I have to start with my chiefs first, and then government has to deal with the other ones.
Jump.
We all have to take matters seriously to be able to bring this to a closure, because I cannot accept that. I'm going to take a drive around those areas, in the Amansie to Manson Kwanta area and all those things to see. I've gotten reports about what is happening, and I'm going to do that.
Jump.
And if I finish with that, all the chiefs around that area may have to answer as to why that has happened.
Jump.
I was alarmed to hear during the minister's press briefing a couple of weeks ago that forest reserves in the Bekwai Forest District, including the Oda River, Subin Shelter Belt, and Apampram Forest Reserves, are the most difficult reserves to control due to activities of gun-wielding illegal miners and loggers.
Jump.
This cannot continue. I have therefore charged the chiefs in these areas to work with the Forestry Commission and the ministry to find ways of ridding these forests of the illegal miners and loggers. And I know Nananum, some of them have benefited from these illegal mining. It is a fact that we have to accept and appreciate. Government side too, I know the accusations over there, they also have to fight it.
Jump.
We all have to fight it. We cannot hide under anything by saying that we don't know what is happening. We all know what is happening, and we have to fight this one.
Jump. Jump.
Honorable Minister Nananum, ladies and gentlemen, the increasing rate of deforestation and forest degradation must be a worry to all of us. Available data suggests that deforestation and forest degradation arising from unsustainable land use for agriculture, illegal mining, and illegal logging cost the state some 2.8% of GDP. For a developing country like ours, this is very alarming. If we are to develop and prosper as a nation, we must take all necessary steps to efficiently and effectively manage our
Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, led by the Honorable
resources. What I want my office to do for me is to calculate 2.8 of GDP for us to know how it is affected us economically. When we say GDP, most people don't even understand it. And therefore it's GDP. How is it affecting us in terms of calculation in relation to economy? So the economists must translate that to small English for us all to understand. So we understand that GDP means that this is how much is affecting our economy and our lives. So, Mr. Minister, I want you to do these calculations and tell us.
Jump.
We all have a role to play to safeguard our forests and other resources. As citizens of this country, we are the owners of these resources as dictated by the Constitution, even though it is under the President. And then they issue the mining concessions and everything. But then we are all responsible for that. So we all have to take things seriously. It is therefore our collective duty to see to their protection where necessary and an enhancement. That is why I fully support the Green Ghana Day, which is intended to contribute to the restoration of our lost forest cover and contribute to the fight against climate change to help achieve Goal 13 climate action of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. To this end, I hereby direct all chiefs in Asantehene to personally lead their subjects on Friday, June 9th, to plant a tree in their respective traditional areas.
Jump.
The Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources and the Forestry, because I'm going to do that anyway, so everybody will have to do it. The Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources and the Forestry Commission have, after extensive consultation with relevant stakeholders, decided that this year's edition of the Green Ghana Day be held on Friday, June 9, 2023, a few weeks from today. The date has also been carefully selected to ensure that all persons living in the country, including workers, both public and private, are able to partake in this national exercise. With the enthusiasm shown in previous editions, the 10 million target is within our reach. But it is only possible if we all come out on the Green Ghana Day to support the program. I will urge all of us gathered here today, including Nananom, our students and the youth, to take active part in this exercise and contribute to the restoration of our lost forest cover.
Jump.
I applaud the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources for actively engaging our youth in this national cause through the One Student, One Tree initiative.
Jump.
It is my hope that they will continue to engage them and inculcate the culture of tree planting and environmental protection in them.
Jump.
We must carry the education beyond the walls of this university, create the needed awareness and mobilize resources and labor before, during, and after the Green Ghana Day. Each one of us gathered here must make conscious effort to plant trees on that day and nurture them to maturity.
Jump.
Honorable Ministers, Nananom, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the protection, preservation, and sustainable exploitation of our natural resources, including our forest resources, is a collective responsibility. We can only achieve greater impact if we work collaboratively towards the same goal. This places a responsibility on all of us to prevent the selfish people who put their personal interests above the national interest and wantonly destroy our forests and our other resources.
Jump.
And I say at times when we see pictures of arrest of Galamsey people with pictures, I tell them that these are young boys who cannot buy the caterpillar. They don't benefit from the gold. The people who benefit from the gold, the people who bought the caterpillar are the ones that should be arrested. Those young ones are just wanting a job to do, so they are hired and they're given some day wages. But who is behind, who is getting the gold? Those are the ones that must be arrested. So we have to take note of that, Mr. Minister.
Jump.
The Green Ghana Day, June 9, 2023, presents us with another opportunity to show patriotism, exhibit our commitment to the protection of our forest resources, and to demonstrate our resolve to leave our children with a richer and greener Ghana.
Jump.
Planting trees, we must do all we can to protect and preserve the existing ones.
Jump.
On this note, Honorable Minister, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure and honor to declare the 2023 edition of the Green Ghana Day slated for Friday, June 9, 2023, under the theme, Our Forests Are Held, duly launched.
Jump.
I call on all citizens of this country, both young and old, to come out in their numbers on June 9th, dig a hole, plant a tree, water it, and make sure it grows to maturity. Thank you, and let's go planting. Thank you.
Jump. Jump.